Hi, this is Rick for ED Mobile. Today we're going to look at some lifecycle situations with applications in iOS. So I've got a very simple iPhone app. You can see there's nothing at all on the storyboard. So when I open that up, we'll see that there is absolutely nothing on the storyboard, because the important part of this app is really these log statements in our app delegate. So let's go through exactly what happens here. First of all, when an application is started, main runs, this main function. And we can see here in the auto release pool, which has to do with Arc, we are returning the return value of a function called UI application main. And it passes in the argument count and the argument list from the main function. It also passes in a nil value here, but the important value it passes in here is the return value of this NSString from class function, taking the app delegates class. And this is passed in to the application object, which sets it up as the application object's app delegate, or application delegate. So for every application lifecycle related event, there is a corresponding delegate method in the app delegate object instance. So let's look at that. App delegate is a very simple interface. It has one property for the window. And actually the window is the screen. It is actually an instance or a subclass of UI view. So it is actually a view, but it's a special view. It represents everything that's going on the entire screen. So app delegate, we can see these delegate methods. Here is application will finish launching with options, which we have to add in. And if you want to see the full list of delegate methods, of course you can just command and click on UI application delegate, and it will bring up that header file. And we can see that there are required interfaces in this protocol. Here we go, UI application delegate protocol, and optional methods as well. So we can see all of these. However, the most important ones are already there. So here's will finish launching with options, and all we've done here is reported out that we're at the point that the application will finish launching. Did finish launching with options, application did finish launching, will resign active, application will resign active, and so forth. So here is did enter background, will enter foreground, did become active, and then will terminate, a special case that we'll talk about in a moment. So if we run this, and I want to bring the output window all the way up and all the way over so that we can see what's going on here. We'll turn off that side. And now we'll run, and we can see that we've had application will finish launching, application did finish launching, and application did become active. Notice that when an application starts up for the first time, will enter foreground does not get called. Will enter foreground only gets called after the application has been in the background. So let's send this app to the background state. So for that, we'll go hardware home, which pushes the home key. Application will resign active. Application did enter background. And now when we bring the app back up by clicking on its icon, application will enter foreground fires, and application did become active. So we can use these methods to do certain things, or save data, or load it up when it's about to come back into the foreground. Now notice that even when I kill the app, application will terminate, does not get called. The only way in modern version of iOS is to actually enable a plist key. And that's going to be in the info.plist file for the application. In this application, Lifecycle Demo, it's in lifecycledemo.info.plist or -info.plist. So let's go ahead and enable that plist setting. And for that, I'll have to bring this back down so I can see the plist. Now, a property list or a plist is just a set of keys and values. It's really a dictionary if you want to look at it that way. So I'm going to come in here and add a key, and I can do that. Let's see. There we go. I can add a key, and the key I want to add is application. We can actually force it to run into background with application as background only, but there's another key, application does not run in background. That's the one I'm looking for. So we can add this any place in the information property list settings. Now, that comes up as no, and of course that's the default. We do want it to run in the background. But if we don't want it to run in the background, we can change this value to a Boolean true or yes. And now, when we recompile and run the app, it will not run in the background, meaning that application will terminate, will actually fire, because the application is actually terminating. So let's look at that. Here we have our interface. And now, if we hit the home key, we get application did enter background. Now the application cannot run in the background, so application will terminate, gets called. So if you want an application that does not remain in the background for any kind of reason, you need to enable this key, application does not run in background. And if you look at that full key, you can see what that is. Thank you very much.